All right, this is MTG Buddha. I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and try the qualifier thing. I went in and I actually have set up a new deck, though, other than the one that I tested earlier, the Red Black Sacrifice. I went in and I did this deck. So I'm going to show you what I've got going on this one before I go in and actually play. Okay, so in the main board, we have four copies of Play with Fire. This deck is based around this card right here, which is the card. It's my favorite card to play in standard right now. I decided to see if I could come up with something good for our alchemy with it. Arcane Bombardment is a stupid card. If you've never seen it played, when it goes off, and it goes off big. I apologize in advance if there's noise in the background. I'm watching the Braves game while I'm playing Magic because I'm a big baseball fan. But yeah, so Arcane Bombast is what this deck is built around. Trying to get it out as quick as I can and just do crazy, stupid things with it. So, Arcane Bombast, if you've never played with it, is four red, red. It's an enchantment and it's mythic. And it says whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. Then copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombast or Bombardment. You may cast any number of the copies without paying their mana cost. So, basically, you get this on the battlefield, and the first time you cast an instant or sorcery on your turn or your opponent's turn, you get to play one spell for free the first time. The next time you do it, you get to play two spells for free. Then you get to play three spells for free, four spells, five spells, six spells, so forth. It's crazy. If you get multiples of these out, you get to play a spell off of this one, then spells off of this one, and spells off of that. It's crazy. It's so much fun. I love it. It's great. So to go with this, we have the four copies of Play with Fire. We want a lot of instants. We have a few sorceries, but most of the things in this deck are going to be instants so that I can play them on my turn and I can play them on their turn. Like I say, I think there might be, yeah, this is a sorcery. This is a sorcery. I think those are the only three. So there's three spells in this deck that are sorceries. Um, so there's four, eight, nine. So there's nine total spells between the three. So we've got four copies of Play with Fire, which one mana does two damage to any target, and if it's to the player, you get to scry one. So that's really good. Let's see. Then we have one copy of this card. It's called Seek New Knowledge. It's one and a blue, and it's an instant. And it says seek two non-land cards, put them in your hand, put one card from your hand on the bottom of your library. So it's a really good card. It lets me go find two things and put one on the bottom of my deck. With it being an instant, I can do it on their turn. It's just another good thing for me to do at the end of turn two. And I just put one copy in here. There's a couple of one ofs in here just because if I play them and get them in the graveyard and then I get them under Arcane Bombast, I just get to keep casting them over and over again. So the things that I like the most and that I want to be able to cast the most, I have more copies of in the deck than I do the other things. So this card, really good. It goes and finds me two non-land cards. It's great. I have two copies of Test of Talents, which counters an instant or sorcery spell. Search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that spell and exile them. That player shuffles, then draws a card for each card exiled from their hand this way. So if they cast, like, if I have Arcane Bombardment out and they cast a spell that is going to destroy my Arcane Bombardment and I cast Test of Talents, I can go and get every copy of that spell from their deck. So then they have, hopefully, no way to get rid of my enchantment. Really good card, especially if you did it underneath Arcane Bombardment. All of these are good when you play them from hand, and they're even better when you get them under Arcane Bombardment. We have one copy of Molten Impact, which is one in a red, and it is one of these sorceries, and it is a one of. It says Molten Impact deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If excess damage was dealt this way, when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, Molten Impact deals damage equal to the excess to target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls. So this is just another good value spell. It does 4 damage to something, so it's a good way for me to kill something that's a little bigger than 3. I started to put some braids in here. I think I might have put a braid. No, I didn't put a braid in the sideboard. I considered putting a braid in the sideboard, but I chose not to. because I have a couple of ways to get rid of artifacts, which is the other thing I would do with a braid. So we have 4 copies of Expressive Iteration, which is a sorcery. Um, but you look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand, put one of them on the bottom of your library, and you exile the other one. You may play the exiled one this turn. This is a really good thing to do on turn 3, not turn 2, because if you do it on turn 2 and you hit the lands, then you don't get to play the land. If you do it on turn 3, you can do it before you play a land. You can put a card in your hand, shuffle a card in, and then exile a land and play the land that you exiled, and you're getting a card in your hand. You're basically up a card. Whereas if you do it on turn 2 and you hit 2 lands, I mean, you can put a spell in your hand and then basically you exiled one of your lands without getting to play it. So it's best to do on turn 3. Um, so let's see. Then we have 2 copies of Salt Coming, which is a counter spell that you can foretell. So gives you a little something to do with your mana if you need to. And again, counter spells when you get them underneath this are really good because all you have to do is cast that instant or sorcery and then you get to counter it for free. We have 2 copies of Prismari Command. Has 4 different modes. You get to choose 2 of them. The 2 that I choose most often are 2 damage to any target, and target player creates a treasure token. Usually I do 2 damage to either them or a creature, and I make a treasure token for myself. I occasionally do the draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, and occasionally need to do the destroy target artifact. But when you do need to do them, the option's there to do it. So options are always nice. So I have 2 copies of that in here. And again, all these are good when you get them under Arcane Bombardment. I have 1 copy of Kindred Denial, which is another counter spell, but it's 4 mana. But when you counter a spell, it says counter target spell, seek a card with the same mana value as that spell. So since I have 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana spells all in this deck, um, it's really easy. Where actually I have an 8 mana spell in this deck even, 7 mana and 8 mana. So it's real easy for me to go and find something when I counter a spell with whatever they play. If I counter something that costs 6, I'm automatically going to go get Arcane Bombardment out of my deck and put it in my hand. And again, if this gets under Arcane Bombardment, which I did have that happen earlier, it gets really stupid. We have 4 copies of Big Score and Unexpected Windfall each. They are the exact same spell. They do the exact same thing. The text box are exactly the same. The only difference is one cost 2 red, and one cost 3 red. They, as an additional cost to cast them, you discard a card, you draw 2 cards, make 2 treasure tokens. So you do this at the end of your opponent's turn when you have 4 mana available. You get 2 treasure tokens, you untap, and you can play your Arcane Bombardment. I actually have sometimes, like on turn 2, if you have nothing to do and you have one of these 2 in your hand, you can discard them and make a treasure token. And at the end of their turn 3, do this and untap on turn 4 and play this. But it's a little risky. I like to usually have one of these cards right here or this card in hand, some kind of counterspell, when I play this. So that way, if they have a way to get rid of it, I can counter it and keep them from getting rid of it. We have 4 copies of Burn Down the House. Burn Down the House is our sweeper in this deck. It does 5 damage. You can choose one of 2 modes, 5 damage to each creature and planeswalker, or you can make 3/1/1 red devils so that when they die, they deal 1 damage to any target, and they have haste. So again, really good if you get it underneath Arcane Bombardment, because even though it's a sorcery, if you get it under Arcane Bombardment, you get to cast it for free on their turn. So all these are really good. We have 1 copy of Magnum Opus in the deck. A lot of people that I've seen that do play this type of deck, I've seen 1 or 2 other people play this type of deck in the past, but not really in Alchemy. And they typically play like 3 or 4 copies of this card, but I'm just playing 1 copy. It does 4 damage, divided as you choose among any number of targets. You tap 2 permanents, create a 4/4 red-blue elemental creature token, and draw 2 cards. It's really good. It's 8 mana, but I actually like the uncommon from that set a little bit better. It is 3 blue, red, instant. Creative Outburst deals 5 damage to any target. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So this is going to do 5 damage to anything I want to do it to, and I get to pick a card out of the top 5. To me, I like that a little bit better than doing 4 damage and getting to draw 2 cards that I don't even really get to look at. I could draw 2 lands, I never know, and getting a 4/4. You know, to me, I just like this a little bit better. So I have 2 copies of this in here. My sideboard, I have a couple copies of Valky, and I'm sure you'll probably be like, well, you don't have any black mana. But I have a lot of ways to make treasure tokens. So this will be easy enough to play. And if I do get him, it is going to be to play him as Tybalt Cosmic Imposter, not as Valky. So if I do put him in, he's going to get played as Tybalt, not as Valky. We have 1 extra copy of Molten Impact, because if I have somebody I'm playing that has a bunch of 4 toughness creatures, that's a good way to get rid of things early. I have 2 copies of this. I'm not sure about this one. It's Destroy Target Artifact, which is the same thing that a Braid does. It is also instant, but the second effect, as opposed to doing 3 damage to a creature, is exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library, choose one of them, and you may play it until the end of turn and cast mana as or any mana. So I have a couple options I can do with this one. So I can destroy artifacts. If they have something that I need to kill an artifact, I can bring this in and kill their artifact. But if they don't have an artifact for me to kill, or I've already killed the artifact and I get copies of it underneath Arcane Bombardment, then I can do that second part and I can start taking cards from their library and playing them. So it gives me a little more option as opposed to a Braid, where a Braid just has the option of doing 3 damage to a creature or destroying an artifact. I just kind of like this one a little better. Same casting costs, they're both instants. I just think this one might work a little better for me. I have a copy of Crush the Weak, which is 2 damage to each creature. If a creature is dealt damage this way, exile it instead, and you can foretell it. I put 1 of those in there just for the heck of it. I wanted another way to possibly be able to, if I play up against a white weenie type deck, some other way to be able to do damage to a bunch of creatures all in one time. I have 1 copy of Tybalt's Trickery in here. It's a good card. We'll see if I ever use it. I don't know. I have a copy of Rowan and Wheel. More than likely, if I play it, I'll play it for Ronan. Rowan will probably be who I play it as, because instant sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. And it does that on both sides, but her emblem says whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, you may pay 2. If you do, copy that spell. Choose new targets for the copy. So the fact that she's going to basically let me make extra copies if I can get her emblemed, then that right there kind of makes me want to play that side more than the other. But like I say, this is something I put 1 of in the sideboard just for the heck of it. Here's another copy of Crush the Weak. I have 2 copies of Goldspan Dragon. If you've played very much Magic, you know it's a really good card. I have 1 copy of Battle of the Frost and Fire. It's a semi-sweeper, does 4 damage to all non-giant creatures and planeswalkers. Then you get to scry 3, and then it makes, if I cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, I get to draw 2 cards and then discard a card. So, you know, I have some things that cost more than 6 or 5, so it's a good chance that I could be able to set it up where, especially with the scry 3 on the second phase, to be able to draw and discard. So I have 1 of them on that. And then I have a copy of Practical Research. Draw 4, discard 2 unless you discard instant sorcery. And since my deck is basically all instants and sorceries, more than likely draw 4, discard 1. And then I put 1 copy of Jenga Taxius into this deck. This is a card that I'm considering playing in my standard version of this after rotation. And so I thought I might toss it in here just to kind of test it out. Don't know if I'll actually wind up playing it or not, but if I do, it's there if I feel like I need it. It says whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, copy that spell. Choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. So basically the first time you cast an instant or a sorcery in this deck, I don't really have a lot of artifacts. I don't really have artifact spells in this deck. So instant or sorcery, I'm going to get to copy it. And then the second part says whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, counter that spell. this ability triggers only once each turn. So basically, their first spell that they cast on their turn, unless it's a creature, a planeswalker, or an enchantment, is going to get countered. So they're going to have to cast, if they want to kill this thing, they'd have to cast 2 spells to kill it. So it's just something to put in the sideboard to think about. But yeah, this is the deck. This is the way I've built it, and I think I'm going to try to do the event with it. We're going to go on and name this. I think I'm going to name this. Let's see, Alchemy Bombast. That's what we're going to name it. All right, so we're going to go out here. We are going to save and exit. And we're going to go here. There's only about 4 hours left. We'll see what happens. We're going to sign up. Yes, we're going to spend 4,000 gold, 4,000 gems. That is the most I've ever spent on this game for one event. We are going to click the Alchemy Bombast, submit the deck. What's submitted? Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, and we are going to play, and we're going to see what happens. So this could be good. I could lose the first match. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, I can win at least 2 or 3 matches. I mean, I want to win at least one. That's, I'd like to win one because I don't play a lot of constructed on here, so I don't have a whole lot of experience. I'm not sure what other decks people are going to be playing. I just was like, you know what, if I'm going to do it, it's going to be something that I like, something fun. Okay, I am going to keep this. What I will do probably is turn 1, play this as red, so that I have this available if I want it. Turn 2, I can play this, and then I can do the bottom part of this where I discard them to create treasure tokens on, on his turn on turn 2, and then if I draw a land, I'll have this available to play the next turn. So I think this is keepable. I'm going to keep it. This deck has a lot of ways to make treasure tokens, a lot of ways to draw cards, a lot of, so I think it's keepable. We'll see what happens. So we're just waiting on him to decide what he's doing. Okay, so we're going to play this, and we're going to play the red side up, and we are going to pass. And let's see if what he plays, what kind of land comes out first. Okay, it's black and green. Okay, so we're just going to pass turn. Yeah, so we're going to take this, play this land. All right, and we did draw a land. So if I do this at the end of turn, I can play a land and then have this available at the end of his next turn. So I could potentially do this on turn 3. Okay, and so since he's doing that, he's probably not got a 1-drop creature, would be my guess. But he could. There are some good 1-drop green creatures and a couple of decent black creatures at 1. If he was playing black and red, I would be expecting the Shambling Ghast, I think is the name of it, the one that makes either a treasure token or gives a creature -1/-1. Yeah, we're going to be ready to drop this out once he passes turn. Okay, so we're going to make a treasure token. Go to my turn. Okay, so now I have an option here. I can either play this or play a land and hold this up. I think right now I'd rather play the land and hold this up. I think that's probably what I'd rather do right now. And if I discard something, this is what I'll discard. So let's see what he does. I keep getting a little distracted because the Braves game's on. Okay, so he's got that, which has power 2. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and do this. Auto pain. And I'm going to discard this. Okay, so I drew a land. That's good. So we're going to go to my turn. I'm going to go ahead and play the land. And then I'm going to go ahead and cast this to kill that. And now it did 2 excess damage, so I'll have 2 excess with this if I want to when I cast it. So if he played something with 4 toughness, I could use this and kill something with up to 4 toughness because I would get an extra 2 off of this. So let's see what he's got. Okay, so this thing is the thing that you either draw cards or gain life. Okay, is it draw cards? Let's see. In-step draw card if your life total is greater than starting total. It is. Otherwise, you gain 2 travel. Okay, so he's going to get to draw a card. That's fine. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and play this auto pain, and then we'll play this, and we'll pass turn. And if he casts a creature, I'll play this, and I'll get a trigger off of this. If he plays something that will kill this, I'll go ahead and play this just to get a trigger off of it. I would have liked to have had a counterspell in hand, but can't always. Okay, so that's fine. We'll let it hit the battlefield. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have a really good shot. I'm going to get one of these 4 cards under my bombast. This would do 5 damage. This would do 5 damage. This would do 4 damage. So yeah, so we are going to do this. Okay, so it got an extra, and we get molten. So we're going to do that. Okay, so we now have that under there. So that's good. All right, we're in pretty good shape with that. So we're going to cast this and see what we get underneath. Hopefully I get one of the... No, okay, well, that's fine. We'll do that too. No, I think I'll leave it on top because I'm going to get to look at the top 3, and I do want a land. All right, so we'll put this in hand. We'll shuffle this in, take this to play for turn. So I'll play this, and then I'm going to pass turn. So I now have a bunch of damage up under there. Still don't have a counter spell, but that's fine. That's fine. And I actually don't think I want to kill that. Because if I kill that, he's going to get to learn. So he'll get to go... let's see, let's discard this. So I could potentially get that. Okay, so this, shooting him in the face. This, shooting him in the face. Let's see. It doesn't exile it. If it exiled it, I would go ahead and do that. So I'm going to decline doing that because I don't want him to get to go get something for free. We'll leave that on top. That's fine. All right, 5 damage. I will take Saw It Coming and put it in hand. And then we're going to draw 2, which I hit lands. So now he gains and scries because I got him below his starting total. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play this with the blue up. And I'm going to go ahead and cast this, but I want to tap my mana correctly. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll do this. Do 5. We'll do 5. We'll do 2. Decline that one. No, bottom that. Okay, so I get to look at the top 4, 5. Let's see, we'll take another one of these. And we'll take this one. Okay, so now he's going to get to go learn and get something. He's probably going to have something that says exile target non-land permanent is probably what he'll get. If he does, I have this and this both available. Yeah, so that is what he went and got. This is what I expected him to get, and I'm okay with it because I got counter spells for days now. All right, and I think I'm going to actually just use this one. Yeah, and we'll do 4, submit 1. Tap, tap, submit, draw. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. He's dead. He should just concede at this point. So if the second game goes like this, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this first match, but you know, you never know how that's gonna actually shake out. Okay, so I'm gonna want to bring in my destroy artifacts things. So we're gonna want to bring both of these in. Um, don't really know what else he has. I didn't see a whole lot of his deck actually. Yeah, I think I just bring the 2 destroy artifacts in, and I take out. What do I take out? Um, I think I take this out. I take one more thing. I think I'm going to take the Magnum Opus out. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to try this, and we're going to see how this shakes out. Yeah, because I want to be able to destroy those artifacts that he had out. So I now have 4 potential ways to destroy those artifacts, which could be good. Okay, so yeah, and I have a way to destroy artifact in my opening hand. I have a way to make red mana, and I have blue mana, and I have this, and I have this. This is good. I'll keep this. All right, and he's gonna go first, I'm sure. So let's see what he does on turn 1. Does he keep 7? Yeah, he kept 7. So he's got a. All right, so we'll play this, and we'll pass turn. If he plays something with less than 2 power, I can do this. Next turn, I'll play this, and then probably discard this to make a treasure token. All right, so he's going to get a wolf. That's fine. We'll let that resolve, and then I'm going to kill the wolf. Just make the best use of my mana that I can. So we'll play this. We'll pass turn. Into his turn, I'm going to do this. So now the question is, does he want to go ahead and do this part, or does he want to play a spell? If he doesn't have a land, I assume he'll do this. Okay, he has a spell. Which one is this? Whenever it attacks, if you're attacked with creatures, 6 or 1. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. So I am going to. Does he have a land? He might not have a land. Oh, he does. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this. Make it a treasure token. Yeah. So I think I do this. I put this in hand, shuffle this in, take this to play for the turn. And I'm going to play this with the red side up. And I will pass turn. So this has to attack with total power 6 or greater. This contact. Okay, yeah. So he's not going to actually be able to get that to 6 or greater. That's fine. It's going to get a +1/+1 counter when it attacks. There's a death touch creature. I don't care about the death touch creature. I have no creatures, so that's not going to do anything. Yeah, that's fine. My turn. So, so we'll play the blue land, and we'll pass turn because I could kill this if I need to. But we'll see what he does here. He cast another one of those. Okay. So I think I'm not going to bother killing it. I think I'm just going to cast this, discarding this. if I wanted to right now, I could do this when he goes to put a counter on it. I could do this to do two to it, and then do this to do two to it. But I'm not going to bother doing that. It would take all four of these mana. Um, I would rather do this to get two treasure tokens, so that next turn I can do this and go on and get a trigger right off the bat. And hopefully I can draw um, a burn down the house. That would be ideal. Not a copy of burn down the house. Okay, so my turn. Plant. Um, I think I'd go ahead and play this. What's in my graveyard? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, so we'll go ahead and play this on that. Auto pain. And we'll see what we get from the graveyard. 5 damage. So we'll do that. And I will take. Okay, I'll take burn down the house this time. Yeah, we'll put that in my hand. So I'm not going to have a spell to play on his turn to get an additional trigger off of this. If he has a way to get rid of it, it's going to be annoying. But we kind of set the things back up the way we needed. So now he's going to get to put 2 counters on it. But I will get to burn down the house next turn, which will kill it. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So there will be 5 spells in my graveyard after this resolves. So what's he doing now? Okay, dude, come on. So you have another spell to follow it up. I actually kind of wouldn't mind him playing a 2 mana spell, like a creature that I could kill with 2 mana for a 2 power. Okay, so we're gonna play. Tell you what, we're just gonna start out. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do 2 damage, make a treasure token. We'll do the 2 damage here. I'm gonna make the treasure token because I'm gonna get a copy of the creative outburst, which I can kill him with. So 5 there. An expressive iteration. So I haven't played a land yet, so I'll be able to play a land after this. So does he have a way to get hexproof or something? No. Okay, so put this in hand, shuffle this in, put this out to play. We'll do that. 5 damage there. Then I get to look at these. I think I take. I want to have a counter spell as opposed to another one of these. I think I'll take Solid Coming. Just take a hard counter. Yeah, so I get a treasure token, and then I play land for turn, and then I'm going to pass. And I'll have the ability to trigger this on his turn. Because if I need to, at the end of his turn, I could do this. All right, that's fine. I will let that resolve, and then I'm going to do this. Because he is tapped out, right? Is he tapped out? He is tapped out, yeah. So we will go ahead and do this. 2 damage, and I'm going to destroy target artifact. 2 damage, destroy target artifact. Trigger. What do we get? All right, so 2 damage. Do that there, and I'm going to choose not to do that. I will take. Do I want to take that? Yeah, we're going to take that. I'm in good enough shape. I don't think I really need another bombast or bombardment right now. I'd rather just be able to play with his deck. All right, go to my turn. All right, so I will play a land for turn. Do I do this? Yeah, we'll do this and make 3/1/1s. And then we'll just attack with them in a second. Which I might be able to just kill him before I even do that. Yeah. Make go. No, let's like cancel. Let's do this. 2 damage, treasure token. 2 damage, treasure token. 2 damage. And 5 damage. And we'll decline that one. Mm, yeah, we'll put this guy in hand as well. So I have two of these in hand now. Do that. And do the last two, and he's dead. So we won the first match. Nice. We won a match. That's what I was hoping to do. All right, so let's see how this goes. So we won match number one. I am happy about that. So we will go to match number two, I guess, and see what happens. So I actually really like this deck. This it's pretty fun. There's a few things that I can add into it with the whole alchemy thing that I can't do in the standard, the seeking things and so forth. Um, yeah, I think that adds a nice little twist to it. Hopefully, there's going to be some really good spells in this next set. I've already seen one that I'm considering putting in, and I might, like I said, I might play Jin Kataxias like a copy in my main board. Yeah, I will play first. That's fine. So yeah, we'll keep this. It's not perfect, but I have a play with fire, and I have a counter spell for instants and sorceries. So yeah. So we will pass. Let's go all the way into turn. Let's do what's supposed to do. Alright, so we'll play that and we will pass. So he has a white land. Who is he playing? This is gonna be like a white weenie deck. No, there's black, so not white weenie. Yeah, let's do this. Put this in hand. Shuffle this in. Take this to play for the turn, and we will play this for the turn. All right, and then we have play with fire available. Next turn I can play. I'll probably play this land next turn and hold one of these up. So it's a 2/3. And what does he do? Enters battlefield with knives. Whenever you discard one or more cards, seek a card but shared type. Okay, so that's probably going to be annoying. So if I go to sideboard against him, I'm probably definitely going to want to bring in my extra do 4 damage. Okay, so all right, so we're going to have that, which is nice. So we'll play this, and we'll pass turn. And I'll probably play this, discarding one of these two. So, okay, so instep, play that, discarding this. I wonder if he's playing counter spells. Okay, and we'll go to my turn. Play this, and I think I go ahead and just do this to just try to get that out of the way. If he has a counter spell, I can do this. Okay, he didn't have a counter spell, so all right. So we'll just pass turn. Was that legendary? No, it was not. Yeah, some of these alchemy cards are cards I haven't seen before because I don't play a lot of alchemy, so I'm definitely gonna have to do some reading on some of these to figure out what they do. Okay, and this card I have seen, and it is annoying. But I will be able to kill it next turn. So the question is, do I want to do this to scry? No, I don't think I want to lose my treasure token. Okay. So actually, this is going to be perfect because I can do this now. And in response, can I do this? Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I forgot it does that. I should have done this and then done this in response, or when it came back in. Yeah, that was stupid. I just did a stupid thing. And I knew that card did that. I just didn't think about it. Yeah, that was stupid. All right, so we're going to enter. So I'll be taking some damage. That should be fun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So next turn I could target it with this and then do this. Assuming he doesn't make it. Assuming he doesn't go ahead and specialize it. If he goes ahead and specializes it, I'm going to be in trouble. Because it'll have 6 tokens, I believe. And it specializes only 1? Or, yeah, 1. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this. Discarding this. Okay. So I actually think I'd rather just do this. Yeah. Okay, so this is probably better because it's not going to target. Let me make sure that I understand. Let's see. Whenever you guys go blah blah blah. Um, it targets it. Okay, so it's not being targeted by this, so we're going to be okay with this. So we'll do this. If he has a counter spell, I have this available. All right. So, all right. So that happened. So we got that off the board. Can't actually counter that. That stinks. So does he minus it? I'm guessing. If he minuses it, I can kill it. Yep, he does. So we will shoot it for 1 or 2, killing it. So he gets a 2/2. Okay. So I don't know if this guy's running counter spells in this deck or what exactly he's doing. It's Esper, but he's got that again. That's annoying. Okay, so I am going to play a land, and I'm going to play this. What has he got? Okay. Pass. And I'm going to wind up taking some damage here. 3, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to be taking 8 damage. Yeah, this is not going good. Alright, so I can't even do anything to that. Go to my turn. Okay, so that's fine. So I can now do this. So I can do 2 damage, and I can make a treasure token. We'll do 2 damage here. I make a treasure token. And let's see what I get here. Give me burn down the house. Burn down the house. Burn down the house. That's what I need. Yes! Yes! That is perfect. Oh, so good. I love this deck when it plays the way I like it. He's probably sitting there going, oh, what crap now. Yeah. So I get to cast Burn Down the House every time I cast an instant or sorcery. Well, the first time I cast an instant or sorcery, it's going to be great. I love it. So now if he has a way to get rid of it, I have a counter spell. That is not a instant or sorcery. That's fine. You can connive. I don't care. Because I'm going to burn down the house again in a minute. Son. Let's see. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 mana available. So I could go ahead and do this on his end step and get an extra card in hand and get another trigger off of this. I'm probably going to do that. Yeah. Because I'll still have the mana up to do this if he does have a counter spell or something crazy. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to shoot it for 5. Auto pain. See, and I still have enough mana for this. What do I get? You know, we're just going to do this. We're not going to do that because I don't want to discard this card. So we'll do 5. And you know what? We'll take another Arcane Bombast. That's fine. We'll go draw step. All right, so we will play another Arcane Bombast. We'll move to combat. We will attack, and then I'll pass turn after I attack. What all do I have in my graveyard anyway that I could get? Yeah, I don't have any counter spells in my graveyard, but we're going to end turn. If he has an instant or sorcery, I can cast a counter spell and then get multiple triggers and do multiple things. So, and I kept the land in hand so that if I do get to do this, I can discard the land with to big score instead of playing a land that turn. Okay, so he conceded. All right. So we'll go to game two. We're gonna go in here. Based on what I saw him playing, didn't really get to see a whole lot. Don't know what I really want. I think I might. Do I bring these in? You know, I'm gonna bring those in and take these out because they give me the same destroy artifact thing, but it's gonna let me play with his deck, and I kind of want to do that. I think that might be fun. I think I bring one of these in, well, the only other one of those in, and I think I take. I think I might take this out. I don't think I bring anything else in right now. Based on what I saw, I think that's good enough. Um, I could take this out and put one copy of Valky in. Um, you know, I'm going to take this out and put this in. That's what we're going to do. We'll see what happens because I'm not exactly sure what he's playing. The thing is I don't really know the meta for Alchemy, so oh, he better not be hurt. Okay. Yeah, I think this is keepable. I've got my colors of mana. I've got this to go find extra cards. I've got this to play to kill something small if I need to. These are draw cards. Yeah, I think this is keepable. So did he keep 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 7 right now. But did he mulligan? He did, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, so we will play this for the first turn at pass. This is one of the trinomes. Well, they're not called trinomes from that set, but. Right. So we'll pass through, we'll play a blue land, and then we will pass. And on his end step, if he doesn't do anything, I'll do this. So I'm just going to go and pass it through. I've got that there. So he gets to look at my hand. Non-land card, you choose it, reveal this way. Discard it, you lose 2 life. If they didn't, sure. So he gets to see all the non-land, non-creature cards. He's going to choose a card for me to discard. But the thing is like, I want my instants and sorceries in my graveyard anyway. So, okay, he may move discard, burn down the house. That's fine. I'm going to do this at the end of his turn anyway. I mean, if I'd been in his shoes, I'd probably made me discard this. But I don't know. We'll see. He's probably trying to figure out what to do. Alright, so yeah, we'll do this. Resolve. Take that off. That off. All right. Okay, so he had a counter spell. That's fine. I will play a land for turn, pass. So he brought in, or he might have had that in his main board and just not had it a while ago. Go back to my turn, play a land. So I wonder if those are the only counter spells he has in his deck, or those lands. I don't know. Did he miss a land drop? Because he went first and I already have 4 lands. So he must have missed a land drop a while ago. Alright, so I'm going to play this, choosing to discard a land. Does he have another counter spell? Yes, he does. Okay. I will play this. Blue side up or red side up? Let's go red side up. And then I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do this, targeting him. Yeah, I'll take this. That's fine. And we'll play it. Alright, so we'll attack. Okay, so now the question becomes, do I want to play this at the end of his turn, discarding this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold that as something to discard because he knows I have this. So I want him to think I have something that he doesn't know about spell-wise. And I feel like I'm in a decent enough space right now that I don't need that land. Because unless he counters, because if I play this, discarding this, I still, even if he has another one of these, I have the 1 mana to pay it. So he drew a land that turn. He's still behind on lands. Because I should technically have 6 lands on the battlefield, I believe. So yeah, so we're going to cast this, discarding this. I do have the 1 if he has another one of these cards. Okay, what does this do? Counter target non-creature spell. There are 5 or more mana values of cards in your graveyard. Draft a card. Does he have 5 or more? I don't think he does. No, he only has the 2. Sure, I'm going to go ahead and play this though, because I want to scry. I won't have a card to discard to that, so I'm going to put that on the bottom. And hope to find something that I can actually, well, that's okay. We'll attack. And I want to see, what else does this thing do? Okay, so exile a card. Okay, so let's say I do that and discard a blue card. Okay. Whenever this creature specializes, choose up to one target creature card and up to one instant or sorcery card from among cards exiled with this creature. Conjure a duplicate of those cards into your hand. The duplicates permanently gain. You spend mana. Okay, so this has been exiled and it returns a multicolor permanent graveyard to the battlefield or counter instant sorcery or destroy. Let's see. Um, hmm. We'll just end turn and we'll exile some stuff from. We'll just exile his graveyard more than likely. And if I do specialize it, it'll become a 3/4. I like the fact that I can get instants and sorceries out of it. I thought it was just creatures, so I thought I was going to be in trouble and just only have creatures that I could get with it. So we're going to go ahead and exile a card. We'll exile that. And what are all the modes on this? Counter target non-creature spell, conjure a duplicate creature card in a punch graveyard. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and attack. We'll just attack for 2. I don't think I need to go ahead and specialize it right now. What does this do? Tap up to 1 creature. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this to exile that. Oh, you didn't see that coming now, did you, buddy? Yep. So now I can make a copy of that. So we're going to go ahead and specialize now. Let's go ahead and specialize. And we're going to do blue-black. And we're going to discard this. So now I get a copy of this. And which one of these do I want to take? I think I'll take that. So those come to my hand. Okay. He costs 6. Yeah, okay. So in turn. I'm good with that. I think that's fine. And it still has the ability where I can pay 1 to exile. All right, we're going to go ahead and just exile stuff out of his graveyard while I'm at it. Spend my mana. Because I can't counter that, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. There we go. His graveyard is now empty. Alright, so I will play a land, and we're going to go ahead and cast this. And he's Ward 2. Does he have the 2? Did he have the 2? Is it Ward 2 or Ward 1? It's Ward 2. How did it? I don't think he had the 2 for that. We'll play this. That's fine. Alright. I don't think he had the ward to do that. I don't know how he did that. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. He didn't. I don't know how he did that with. I don't think he had the mana to pay for the ward. That's crazy. All right. That's stupid. So he's used 2 of those, so he can't have more than 2 more in his deck. So he probably doesn't have a way to get rid of this now. So next turn I can hold this up to counter a non-creature spell. And I think I do have 5 or more. Yeah, I have 6 different mana values in my graveyard. So I would be able to draft something. What are all the things I could draft? Okay, so yeah, so he got rid of my graveyard. Yeah, you suck, dude. All right, so he has Farewell. We'll play another one. That's fine. Do you have another one? Let's see what you got. Okay, he's got 17 minutes. I've got 18 minutes and almost 19 on mine. So he's going to cast that. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care about that card. I have ways in my deck to kill it. Of course, he got rid of a lot of stuff out of my deck here. But this is a one of, so I have no more copies of that I could potentially get. I still have copies of this, this. Yeah. So I still have things. So I can conjure a duplicate of this with this, which I think is what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're going to conjure a duplicate of this. So I get that. So we're going to, do I cast it? I don't think I do. I think I pass because I want to have this available to get that. Because if I have that, then I can get this to cast because it's the only thing in my graveyard. So if he has a Farewell, I can cast this and counter his Farewell because it's a non-creature spell. So I think it's important that I didn't cast it and use all my mana. But I will be able to play it next turn. Okay. That's fine. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So I'm going to what, 13? Well, we'll have a blocker available next turn. And it specializes only one, and if I were to discard a red card, when it enters the battlefield or specializes 2 on once. Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And hopefully I will have some other instant or sorcery that I'll draw that I'll be able to play this and be able to play an instant or sorcery. Because if he has another Farewell, I can counter it with this and get that under there. And I'm not going to bother doing that right now. So we're going to, let's see, what does it do if it's blue? If it's blue, when it enters the battlefield or specializes, conjure a duplicate of a random creature card from an opponent's library. Hey, I like that better. So we're going to play the red land, and we're going to play this. And then I'm going to go ahead, and we're going to activate its ability. We're going to specialize. We're going to go with the blue. I'm going to discard this. So now I get a copy of a creature from his library. That should be interesting. So if I had done it for red, what would it have done? Oh, I got that. Nice. Next. And the cool thing about Conjuring is it's my card. So let's see. So tap it for one non-land permanent, draw a card, then you may exile 2 cards. Name that from your graveyard. If you do, return him to your graveyard to your battlefield tapped. You discard him, conjure a card, name. Okay. So he's gonna do that, which is gonna that's gonna flicker it though, isn't it? Doesn't it still have that ability where it flickers? Yeah. So it just made my guy flicker, which lets me conjure another creature from his graveyard. Let's see, what's this do? Yeah, that's fine. So it enters, so I get to get another creature from his library, and then that's going to, yeah. So that fizzled, I believe. And this is, okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure why he wanted to do that. But I can actually cast this, I believe. Yeah, because it's got a different name now. So I could play this, and I could potentially discard a red card. What's in my graveyard? So what does this do again? Counter target non-creature spell, conjure duplicate, what's graveyard to your hand. Yeah, okay, so I don't think there's anything I really do there. I'm just taking some damage. Yeah, so we're going to do this, doing that, which is going to trigger this, and I'm going to be able to counter that. I still get the trigger. It doesn't matter. I still get to counter your Planeswalker. So that's fine. You vanishing burst my thing. Okay, sure. Whatever you want to do, buddy. Alright, so yeah, so I think I play her. I think I choose not to attack. And then I think I just end turn. Yeah, so he's exiled 2 of my Arcane Bombast. So I still have 2 in my library. I think I'm still in alright position here. Because I have this. Yeah. If he casts another one of these after I get one of those out and I have this available, I mean, okay, so hands will block, block. So I kill both his creatures and mine survived. Does he have some kind of instant or sorcery that's going to do extra damage to them, or? Okay, so we're going to do this, and we're going to get rid of all of his farewells. Yes, 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 yes. Library, we'll get rid of that. Graveyard, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. And he concedes. Yes, we have won 2 matches. This is going way better than I thought it would. Okay. I don't think anybody was ready for this deck because this is just my own little conjuration. So, yeah. So we have won 2 matches. So I'm going to at least get 4,500 gems, which is awesome because I spent 4,000 gems. So, all right, let's go for the 3rd win. Let's see what happens. This going way better than I thought it would. How crazy would it be if I never really play constructed Alchemy and I throw together a deck that I just kind of on the fly put together and was to get 4 wins? That would be pretty crazy. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So if I can get one more win, I think I get 6,000 gems. And then if I get the 4th win, I think it's 6,000 gems and a token to get into the event tomorrow. Which don't know. I don't know if it's a 24-hour event tomorrow. I think it is. If it is for day 1, it'll probably be tomorrow night before I get to play because I am going somewhere with some of my family tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. So, oh yeah, we got them all again. That's not keepable at all. This is keepable, and I think I actually put a land on the bottom with this hand. I think I probably put this on the bottom. Or no, I'll keep that and put one of the mountains on the bottom. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we'll do. I don't know what the guy's playing, so his deck looks like some kind of like vampire blood. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's playing vampires or sacrifice or let's see what is this. It's just a black land. Okay. So we will play, we're gonna play this first. That doesn't matter. I don't have anything I can do the first turn anyway, so I might as well just drop it. It's not like I can do anything. Okay, that's annoying. What's this do? What was this? I don't know this card. Draw 2 cards, then non-land cards in your hand with mana value through. Actually, getting this card. You lose 1 life. Okay. So I will play this and pass. And I have this available if he casts something and I'm like, ooh, I don't like that spell. But that's not a spell that I can do that with. So, yeah, I'm going to play this. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Killing it and giving myself a treasure token. Kill that, give myself a treasure. Because I don't want to let him untap. And I don't want him to attack with that, because if he attacks with it, he gets a treasure token. And I don't want that to happen. So next turn, I'll probably play this with the red side up. Oh, I thought that was out. Who did that? Was that Dansby? Sorry, I'm watching the Braves game while I'm playing, so I'm a little distracted. I think Dansby just got, or was that Riley? No, it was Swanson. Yeah, it was Dansby Swanson. Okay. Yeah, I'm distracted. Sorry. I should probably not be distracted while I'm playing, trying to do this. Let's play red side up, and then we will pass turn. What does this thing do? When it enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a non-land creature card to grass mana. Oh, so maybe that's annoying. You suck, dude. All right. So he can't copy that this turn because it doesn't have haste. So he's going to attack me there. That's fine. I'll take 3. Yeah, so this is some kind of like black vampire craziness, I think. All right. So another one of those. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this just to go ahead and draw. I'm going to have to discard that, and that's annoying. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and just shoot this thing. Because I don't want him making copies of that next turn anyway. And I got to discard this anyway, so... But at least he doesn't get to look at my hand and know that I don't have anything other than lands. So... Okay. So this is not going good so far in this match. I have all lands. He's made me discard. He's going to dress me now. So he's going to see I have nothing but lands. Alright, so we will play a land, and we will pass turn. And then I'll do this at the end of his turn. What does this do? Okay, target opponent discards a card. Then they may discard an additional card. If they don't, conjure a duplicate of a random card from their library into your hand, and if perversely gains, you may spend mana. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cast this in response. We're going to do this. And see if I can hit a counterspell. I did not hit a counterspell. Okay, so I'm going to discard. Yeah, we'll discard this, and then I'm going to choose not to because I want this so that I can kill his creatures. Yeah. So he got something from me. I don't know what he got, though. Oh, you suck, dude. You suck so much. Dang it. I am going to freaking lose this match. Yeah. I am going to lose. Because he is taking everything out of my stinking hand. You suck, dude. Alright, let's take this. Shuffle this in. Take this. We'll go ahead and play this again. This in hand. Shuffle this in. Take this to play for turn. We'll play the land because we haven't played the land yet. And then we'll pass. That's super annoying that he did that and then duressed me to get rid of that last one. That's just annoying as all get out. I'm super annoyed by that. So annoying. Meat Hook Massacre. That is so annoying. Do I have any other counter spells on my sideboard? I don't remember if I added extra counter spells on my sideboard. If I did, they're coming in. Screw you, dude. Screw you. You and your constant duressing my stuff, piece of crap. Making me discard. You suck. I do not like you. I was hoping to get 3 wins, and you're making it not easy for me, you dude. It's annoying. Alright. Ah, you suck. That dude sucks. Okay. So, what are we going to bring in? I think we bring this in. I'm going to bring those in because I want to take cards off his deck. Screw him. Let's see. Let's bring those in. Alright, so I'm at 66. What do I want to take out? I think I take these out because it didn't seem like he had artifacts. I think I keep all the counter spells. I think I take that out. I think I take this out. I think I take one of these out. I think I take that out as well. So we'll go with this. We'll go like this, and we'll see what happens. This is not a good matchup. It's not going well. Big Black Delta. Okay. I will play first. Thank you very much. My Braves are winning. What is it? 6-2 in the 6th inning. Nice. All right. Yeah, we'll keep this. All right. Play this red side up. And hope he does not have stinking duresses and stuff all the time. Because that's just annoying. If I had negates and stuff in my sideboard, oh, I'd so have brought negates in. All right, we're going to do this because I want to go ahead and do some damage and scry. Don't want that land. Okay. We'll play this land. Does he duress me? No, he plays that. But then when he yeah, so he's gonna do 2. So I'm gonna play this land, and then I'm gonna shoot the crap out of that guy. There we go. She is now dead. So next turn I have options. I could play this, discarding a card, or I could play this and take something off his deck. I don't like you. You suck, dude. And how much you want to bet he has a duress to back this up with? I would almost bet money he's got a duress to back this up. This dude sucks. I don't like this guy. All right, we're going to play this. And guess what, buddy? I'm going to play with your deck for a little while. See what you got. We're going to take your duress. And we're going to duress you. Let's see how you like it. Okay, I don't care about this because I don't have creatures. Draw 2 cards. I think we're probably just going to take that away from him. I don't care about that much. Yeah, we'll take that away from him. See how you like it for a change. Stinking idiot. And now I gotta discard that card. Because, you know, we can't let me actually have cards. This is stupid. I don't like this guy. I was really hoping to get 3 wins. I mean, I'm excited I got 2 wins because, I mean, I wasn't expecting that. But at the same time, I thought maybe I'd get the 3rd win. I really didn't expect to get 4. I actually didn't expect to get 2. But let's take this. We'll do the Valky. Oh, I can't even do that because I don't have the black. So I wasn't able to make treasure tokens because he keeps making me discard stuff. So I hadn't been able to make treasure tokens because he makes me discard everything. This dude stinks. I don't like him. I don't like you, dude. I do not like you. You can't make me discard it. Now you're gonna make me discard it. Well, you suck. That's what you do. I don't like this guy. I ain't conceding. I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna make him do it. And I might even. And I get annoyed when people do the whole jerk thing and let their timer run down. But I'm tempted to do it to this guy just because he's discarding all my cards. I'm tempted to do it. I mean, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go and concede because I'm drawing lands. Yeah. All right. I did better than I thought I would. I think that deck wasn't actually too bad. Just that was not a good matchup right there. If I'd had extra counter spells like negates and stuff in the sideboard, I mean that would have been a much better situation for me to be in, like because I could have brought in a bunch of negates and been like, no, no, no. But yeah, not having any way to counter those, that kind of sucked. Yeah, that was not a good matchup. But I do actually make 500 gems off this. So I'm excited about that because I didn't lose gems. I was expecting to lose my first match and only get 500 gems back and be down 3,500. Instead, I'm going to be up 500. So that's not too bad. And I mean, I could always jump in and do it again, but I'm not going to do it a second time. That was enough. I think I I used all my luck getting those first 2 wins. But all right, so we're going to go ahead and claim this. And we got the 4,500 gems. All right, so claim. All right, so yeah. And do we have packs open? Yeah, we have a pack open, so we'll go ahead and do that. And I actually have a code from tonight. I left it in my truck though. From draft tonight, I had a code that I could have used to open some Strixhaven packs. I think if I haven't already used that many. But yeah, so all right, so we did better than I thought I would. I actually got 2 wins, so that was my attempt at doing the qualifier. And like I said, I didn't win, but I feel like the deck was pretty decent actually. I don't think it was bad. The only thing I would probably change is throw a couple of extra counter spells in the sideboard. Like I would probably take these Valkyries out at this point. I'd probably remove the Valkyries and put negates. It's probably what I would do. Although I do kind of like the idea of having Valkyries because I have so many ways to make treasure tokens and just go, oh, out of the blue, guess what? Here's a Valkyrie. You know. But yeah, I think I would probably be better off taking all 3 of these Valkyries out and putting 3 copies of like negate into the deck. or maybe another copy of this, um, like a copy of this and like two negates or something would probably be better in this. Um, I think I think most of the rest of these are fine in the right situation. I didn't actually ever use this. I could probably take that out as well. I do think these are worth having in here for some of the matchups that I would probably have. Um, I think that's fine, and I think this is kind of questionable here, but I mean it's still it could be taken out. But like I said, I think these Valkies could be taken out easy enough, and putting the gates in this deck would probably work a little better. So we're going to actually go ahead and do that. We'll take the Valkyries out. We're going to take this out as well. Um, all right, and we're going to put an extra copy of Trickery in. Oops, if I spelled Trickery right. Let's see. That was the name of it, right? Oh no, Test of Talents. That's the wrong thing. Test of. All right, so we'll take a copy of this and put it in the sideboard because I think I won't. We'll put two in there, and then we're going to put negate in the sideboard. All right, which copy do I want? I kind of like that one. Put two copies of this in there. All right, so yeah, I feel like that might be a better makeup, and I think I moved these up. Let's move rolling down. Let's move this up and move copy partially down. Yeah. So I think this is probably my best. I think that would probably work better than what I actually had, but we're gonna save that. Yeah, I think did it save it? Yeah, it did. Okay, good. So yeah, so I think that would probably work a little better, but I'm not going to go in and do another one. But I might play some with this tomorrow or the next day or something just to kind of test that out and see how it works with those doing best of three. But yeah, hopefully you had a good day, and hopefully you enjoy this video. If you would please like and subscribe, try to help get some more people looking at my videos and stuff. The more videos I can get out there, I might start giving away some like promo codes and stuff for free packs on Arena because I get promo codes a lot at FNM pretty much every week when I play, and I can only use a few of them. So we'll start giving away some of those and giving away some pre-release ones and things like that. But yeah, if you like, subscribe, come back and watch some more videos. Hopefully you have a good day, and I will see you the next time.